Hello, we've just taken into stock two new Feurich grand pianos, a 162, that's their shortest one, a 179 medium-sized piano. We've sold several of these pianos in the past and we're always so grateful when we get them in, just examining them to see what sort of work might improve them. First of all, the casework, well, that's obviously immaculate. Check that through, and it's very important, obviously. And I really like this, I think it's birdseye maple. If you're a wood expert, perhaps you can correct me on that, but certainly looks like it. And both pianos are finished in the same way, with black on the outside, and they're both brass finish. They also do a chrome finish if you prefer that. We've got two brass ones in. We've asked to be fitted without LED lights here. Feurich grand pianos are fitted normally with LED lights, and we just find that they impede the movement of the music desk. So particularly if you want to come forwards a long way, I have my music desk forwards a long way for focal length. I don't have to wear my glasses then, so I want to pull the music desk forward. And if there's LED lights, and they also tend to touch the fall here if you pull it forwards, so could scratch as well. But mainly it's because we want to pull these forward for the focal length, so that there's the advantage on grands is that you can do that. Here's an older Bechstein grand, for instance, and the desk comes right forward, no impediment at all. Now, before listening to both pianos, here's a quick summary on the worksheet. So just done some measurements like the key dip, which is standard, and like 11mm I've mentioned before, 47mm hammer blow. And the legroom, there's a lot of legroom there. It's normally 61.5, so that's encouraging. And the pedals are very low, so you could add caster cups if you needed even more legroom if you're very tall, but there's plenty of legroom for me. If you look at my legs, there's plenty of extra room there. So and I'm relatively tall, 5'11", about 5'11", so it's important to know that, I think, if you're buying a piano, to know you've got enough legroom if you're very tall particularly. And this is very impressive, really. The key weighting is very, very even. You notice they set the key weighting at 52 grams, plus or minus 1 gram perhaps. That's very even indeed for a new piano. They're not all, new pianos aren't always as accurate as that. And there's the 179, slightly heavier actually. I don't know if we're going to address that. I think we probably will try to, because I wanted to keep it really maximum 54. If you're a pianist, you might want 54, 55. Generally for serious study, 48 to 52, 48 to 54 is normal, plus or minus 2 grams you can manage to get. This is the other piano, so they're both very similar, both without LED lights, which is important for us. And voicing is the only real work that needs doing, just to try and improve the piano a little bit, just listening to all the notes that need voicing. When we're tuning it, we'll obviously go, you can see now the voicing, that B means it's a little bit bright, so slightly bright on some of the notes, but voicing something that never ends, you could just keep on fine voicing, and we try and fine voice as much as we can. Looking at key weighting again, which is the main, this is a used Yamaha C7, and you can see 65 is a bit on the high side really, should be 55, so it's 10% more than it should be, and we'll bring that down by lubrication, and lubrication of all the lubrication parts, and then see if it needs reweighting anymore. Probably not, so we've probably managed to bring that down, but it's generally too high. So if you want a high, most people do find that used pianos, if they buy used pianos, they're either too high because they've been left not being used for a long time and got a bit stiff, need lubricating, and they're not normally too light. If the hammers are very worn, they might be too light. So this is the Feurich 162. I'll compare both Feurichs with 3 other pianos we have in the shop. This is the 179. This is a 1934 Bluthner IV, which is 150 centimeters long. A 1986 young Chang, which is 175 centimeters long. and a 1982 Yamaha C7, which is 225 centimeters long. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry we didn't compare with this Bechstein, but we were working on the action, so I couldn't play it at all. This is the 162. And the 178.